Hey VC, Jeff, back again for another installment. Oh man, seems like the whole family's managed to catch COVID. Yeah, here in Virginia, it's insanely bad. I think it's mostly the Omicron here. So yeah, everyone's vaxxed and everyone's still got it. Um, Luckily, it's just been like a mild cold for everyone involved, but yeah, still really annoying because we need to go do stuff but can't. And yeah, my daughter has some kind of ear infection cyst thing that we need to get checked out too. That she neglected to mention for like a month and a half. So yeah, can't get into the doctor now. Great. So yeah, take care everyone and make sure you're masking up. It's nasty out there. So yeah, bit of a stack again. Try to keep this short. A little CD heavy on this one, but we'll see. This was a recent acquisition. So this is the Heart Pumps Kool-Aid. Um, Best way I could describe it is kind of vaporwave crossed with, it's like Ornette Coleman or something like along those lines. Um, I don't know. Jury's still out on this one. I think I need to give it another listen or two and then decide if I want to keep this in my collection or not. First time I listened to it, I was like, "Holy crap, this is amazing." Second time, I was like, I don't know what I was seeing." What was I listening to the first time? I don't know. But yeah, you can stream this on Spotify. So the Heart Pumps Kool-Aid, it's worth at least a stream. Then you can make your own decisions. So I might have preemptively jumped the gun on this one. It was on the top jazz albums and Pitchfork, which is why it came across my why I checked it out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's grabbing me or not. Um, the yard sale picture thing is kind of interesting though. But yeah, that weird album. But even for me, it's a weird album. I'm just not sure it's working. Um, this is one I shown a long time ago, but this was an acquisition when I was living in Japan. Oops, I should take it out of the sleeve there. Um, Nick Gilder, Frequency. I think this was his second album. It's on Chrysalis. It's a UK pressing. So, nothing to really look at. Like, you have all the Blondie albums. It's the same album label. Um, so, yeah, it's like best described as like Sparks crossed with T-Rex, I guess. Glam. It's glammy, disco-y glam, I guess. It's pretty power pop glam. There we go. So take like Sparks and cross it with T-Rex and um, I don't know, what's his name, Nick Lowe or something. So it's power pop with a heavy glam um, thing going on. Worth picking up. They're pretty cheap. Probably get this for a couple bucks, bargain bin it. Other albums didn't grab me quite as much as this one, but yeah, it's still at least a four, maybe as high as a 4.5. It's a pretty damn good album, but you definitely have to be kind of in that mood, I guess. But yeah, it's a really good album, and I do like that one. The other albums I picked up that I just never grabbed me quite as much as that one, but I don't know if there's any little singles off that, but it's worth a listen at the very least. This one's quite good. This was actually it was a birthday present. Since I've had COVID, I haven't been able to pick up all my Christmas presents, so that's gonna be a little bit of a CD heavy one. So this is the recent reissue of Mikan's Edge of the World. I want to say it's their second album. Um, I think as they went on, they lost some, like, I don't know. This is definitely one of their better albums. At least a 4.5, pretty damn close to a 5 in my book. Not for everyone. It's a little weird. Cow Poke, Cow Punk Poke, whatever. So instrumentation's a little interesting on here. You got your fiddle and yeah, mellotron or whatever, accordion, very prominent accordion. but it's kind of punk influenced accordion, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, violin, viola, whatever, guitar, whatever. Yeah, it's a male, female, whatever. It's a little bit of a mix of everything, but very, very, very good album. Kind of mid to late '80s output there. So worth checking out. Just stream it or buy it. It's a really good one. Yeah, give this one another listen. This is a fun album. So DNA, New York No Wave. We're not gonna spend time on that because I talked about it like not that long ago. But very short album. It's only about 15 minutes. Um, four-ish. It's not definitely not an essential album, but it's yeah, from kind of where things came from perspective is kind of interesting. Uh, Continuing on to keep this short. This was one Sean gave me a while back. I'll get around to giving it a good listen since I've been home a lot. Mold resin. So it's drone, and it's more in the school of like just set your guitar in front of the amps and record it kind of thing. Um, it's it's interesting. It's it's that kind of stuff you gotta chill and put on the background. But again, I wouldn't say it's essential or by any means. It's worth a couple listens. This one's pretty good. Frotus. What's the title on this one? Conglomerate International. So they were like a DC based post-hardcore emo kind of thing going on. They were active like I think mid '90s to their mid 2000s. Um, they're very underappreciated, but yeah, very solid four on this one. Um, yeah, I probably wouldn't go out of my way and pay a fortune to like get stuff on vinyl or anything, but yeah, the CDs are pretty damn cheap. But I think that's pretty like the price tag's pretty old. I'm sure you can get it for a couple bucks now. But yeah, Frodo's pretty worth checking out. Um, Life Aquatic, Sue George. This is all Bowie covers. You guys know this shows up on the vinyl version. This is the legit version on CD. Again, the CD you can get cheap. The bootlegs go anywhere from 20 to I've seen like $100 ish. Just ebb and flow with availability. But the legit ones are the CDs, which are I think it'd be like $5. So it's all Bowie covers in Portuguese acoustic, with the exception of the last track, Team Ziso. Yeah, it's I don't know. I think it starts losing some steam towards the end, but yeah, like 4.5-ish. It's very much worth having in your collection. This one's a really good one. Welcome to Little Pork Chop. Shoot, the band members came from a bunch of somewhat prominent like revival type bands. Um, I can't even remember who they were from now. Yeah, I think they only had this one CD plus like maybe a 7-inch or two. But I would describe it as it's that kind of revival stuff. But this one leans a lot more into the country side of things, so like country rock. But you can definitely hear a lot of kind of garagey kind of stuff going on too. So I don't know, but it's kind of like retro lo-fi country rock, I guess is how I would describe this one. But yeah, 4.5-ish. It's a really good album. I know I'm not selling it very well, but I don't know. I think my friends used to go see these guys a lot or something because I remember they used to always talk about them. Yeah, this one was a huge disappointment. Bush Tetras. This is the new comp that just came out. I think the prices already started going down. This was a pre-order. I pre-ordered it as my own Christmas present kind of thing. Like had some money. Someone told me to just order something for myself. So the first disc is really good. So it's No Wave. The first disc is like their early '80s output, and they were New York No Wave. Bush Testers were pretty much James Chance and the Contortionists. So basically, it's the Contortionists without James Chance. That's who they are. Really good on the early stuff. I think you can hunt down. There were some maybe comps I want to say like early '90s. That would probably be the way to go. They have that '80s output, but the second disc is like their '90s to 2000s output. It's mediocre at best. So this I give it a 3.5. I give the first disc of 4.5 on it. It's really good. The second disc was just junk. So it was way overpriced, like $30 for this. Definitely, I would have been better sort of getting the older comp, I think. Um, yeah, you really just need like too many creeps, and there's a few things. Like that was their first single. I think Cowboys in Africa were kind of cool. We Can't Be Funky is definitely a good one. Stand Up and Fight is really good. Yeah, but the first disc is excellent. The second disc is basically like second or third rate Concrete Blonde. It was around that time that Concrete Blonde was big, so totally different direction from No Wave going to Concrete Blonde. So I don't know. I give that comp a miss, especially the vinyl version. Vinyl version, I think it was the pre-orders were like 90 or $100 for the box, and honestly, yeah, you just need the first like 15 tracks or so, and that's it. Like the rest is pretty throwaway. Here's another good one. Shakuhachi Surprise, which is space streakings from Japan with Mount Shasta, which I want to say they were in Northern California. I saw them play on the same tour, and I have a feeling they recorded this while they were touring or right after. So it's on Skin Graft Records. Space Streakings is about the craziest band you can see. I've seen them a couple times over the years. Then yeah, so it's noise rock, but really spastic noise rock. Definitely not for everyone, but I think this album's better than either of their either band's other output. So they're better together, kind of thing. So Shakuhachi, like the instrument, Surprise. That's Yeah. I don't think they go for a lot of money. It'd be interesting to check out. This was a gift from a friend, Chief Eddie Clearwater. So Chicago Blues. This is a really good album. I'm just not a big Chicago Blues guy. I would hesitate to say 4.5, but it's just not to my personal taste. That's kind of interesting because it was actually signed. This is a reissue. I think of his second album, which was, I want to say 79 or 80. So it's a really good. If you like Chicago Blues, it is a really good album. It's just not something I'll listen to a lot, but I'll probably just hang on to it. It's just kind of cool. Here we go. Buddy Brands from Sean. I think I showed this before. I finally got through the whole box except for the DVD. Yeah, really good noise rock. Really enjoying this one. It suffers from some of that '90s sampling. It's a lot of the tracks like you just want to skip, but the music tracks are freaking excellent. Highly recommend these series. This is the second one I picked up. Ornette Coleman. The box sets are out of the UK. CD's not in here, but so basically it's four CDs, 8 albums. His output. It's just about halfway through this now. So it's got all his heavy hitters on there. Has a little booklet. It doesn't go into much detail really, but it has some photos, and it just says which albums had which tracks. So they're all in order. You've got 2 albums per CD, but it's pretty good sound quality for being like a kind of. I think this would be kind of considered a gray market, but yeah, really good way. I'm continuing to buy these boxes because it's a really good way just to add to your jazz collection, and then of course, buy the albums I really love on vinyl later. I already have a couple of these albums. They're excellent. And then this one, I think it's like my parents are purging or something, or maybe no, I think I actually thrifted this one. Best of Van Morrison's, really good mastering, but they did this really odd thing where like the tracks are all out of order. I want to say historically, but what do you call date wise? Like it starts with like a 1979 track and then it jumps back to the mid 60s. It's like jumping all over different eras. So it's a little like it's not flowing as well as I would like. Um, but it's got the essential tracks. So there's a couple Dan Morrison albums I probably would legitimately like to own, have in my collection. But until then, yeah, I'll probably hold on to this. For sound, I would give it, it's excellent in mastering, but just because of that kind of jumpiness in the album, it's just, and it doesn't have any like real good explanations of, like when you get comps on CDs, a lot of times you like having that booklet to read. It has all the lyrics, but it has like no background or anything or dates. I kind of wish they'd put everything sequentially, like by date or something like that, and just give a little background on the songs. But yeah, early '90s, whatever. It's good mastering, and I don't know if you see it for $1 or like I think I got it for $1. It's probably worth picking up if you don't have other Van Morrison. Well, I'm gonna stop it there because we're getting running long. Everyone, take care, stay safe, make sure you're masking and vaxxing because yeah, this new Omicron's like ridiculously uh, contagious right now, man. Stay safe.